Alright guys, today we're going to be going over how to go from degrees to radians and radians for degrees. Radian, not a radiant, it's a radian, is basically just, you take a circle, here's the middle of it, this is obviously your radius right there, this right here, that is a radian. Not that hard to understand, kind of simple. Radian, you should have learned about it in geometry. So anyway, today we're going to be going over how to convert between them. But first you kind of need to know what a radian looks like on a plane. So here you go. You got these two things here. One radian is just from here to here. This is just 180 degrees, or which is equal to pi radians. Now you also got, change up the color here, you also got 2 radians, which is just 360 degrees around, or 2 pi. Pretty simple. So we're going to go in and we're going to show you how to convert between the two, because it's one thing to know how to do it, it's another thing to know how to convert between them. So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to tell you the 2 equations we're going to be using today. First is going from degrees to radians. Now all you got to do is you just multiply. You just multiply the number of degrees, so I'm just going to, number of degrees, by pi radians. Just put that R right there, you know what that R would mean, radians, over 180 degrees. Not that hard. Now when you're going from radians to degrees, so let's abbreviate that. You guys know what this means, the degree. You're doing that, it's basically the same. You just do the number of radians, multiply that by 180 degrees over pi radians. Pretty simple, pretty simple. Actually the first one, going from degrees to radians, actually simpler than going from radians to degrees. You'll get what I'm talking about here in a second. Set up an example for you guys here. Keep it blue so you guys know it's the same thing. Alright, so you're going from degrees to radians on the first one. So you got 60 degrees, alright? So you just do 60 degrees times pi radians, or pi when you type it in a calculator, over 180 degrees. Now, you can go through the calculator, but this is actually kind of simple. You see these two things right here? You can actually just make that a fraction, so 60 over 180, which reduces to 1/3, or, and then you just throw the pi on top, so 1 pi. 1 pi over 3, or just pi over 3. That's the answer, it's not that hard. You can also use that on a calculator. But this is pretty simple. You can actually look on a unit circle as well. So that's pretty simple, we'll do it now. We're gonna go into the fun stuff, going from radians to degrees. Hope you guys will have that concept down. We're going to go to, alright, we'll go to 5 pi over 6 for you here. Alright, and then you plug that into the equation. And here we go. Plug that there into the equation. So we're just going to go back to the trusty old calculator here. So we're going to go 5 times pi divided by 6 times 180. Divided by pi, which equals, or 150 degrees. See, it's not that hard, not that scary.